All right, here we are, folks. We got a strip board going. Started populating it. That is the 8 capacitors for the different tone that I can get. Up top there is the volume. Got the gain right there. That's a 1 meg at this point. I may change that out to a 500. And there's my tone. At the current state right now, I have this 1 UF as a DC blocking capacitor right there. I'm sorry. DC blocking capacitor, that 1 UF. On the red, it has one of those. On the MXR Distortion Plus, it's just a different schematic. So I don't know what I should do there. It's just going to be an experiment. Again, the 1 meg resistor versus a 2.2 meg. So lots to do once I get where I can do that. And final note here, I do have germanium diodes. I got the Shotkeys BAT 41s. I called them 47s the other day, and when I was looking at the videos, and then I corrected myself in the mid-course of the video. But those are BAT 41s. And I got BAT 46s, but I compared the two, and I like the 41s. And I'd like to be able to channel switch from the germanium diodes. So a lot of switches going to be on this thing too. Okay, so I figured I'd just make a little video real quick since I got everything set up. It's hard to get all this stuff to be in a ready position. Can't just flip it on. All right, so I'm going to play a little tune, play some tones, just see what happens. Not going to talk. Just got 2 more capacitors that I got to get soldered into place. Add 2 more, or actually all 4 white wires there. And I'll have a total of 8 capacitors, and it will be going to this rotary switch, and I'll be done with that part of it. And then see what voyage happens with putting the circuit actually together. So I just completed the tone section of this, and you can see the rotary switch. Got the 8 capacitors there on the strip board, jumpers. Little design looking soldering. Those are individual traces there. The copper traces are all connected. There we go. Now my tone's working. All right, so I'm gonna put this back on 1. Hear me changing it. Very thin. There's 2. All right, I'm gonna put this back at noon. I wasn't hearing any difference whatsoever there. Belly area tone difference now. There's 7 and there's 8. So like I was saying, 8 different capacitors. All right, now I'm gonna do my tune. Sorry about that. Another thing it's missing is, like I say, probably going to work on, probably do a button switch so I can have high gain versus low gain, kind of like I did on the Blue Monster. Let's hope I can fit this all in the same box. It's going to be a lot of stuff on this, but with the strip board, it makes it where you can really consolidate. I could just imagine the mess this would have been if it was just on perf board. I'm going to go back to the heaviest sound I can find. So back to the high gain. Flip that switch. Here's a quick update. Getting it populated. Taking a long while, but hopefully I got it correct. 8 capacitors. Put in some sockets. Got the diodes socketed so I could do that. I have kept everything on the breadboard as much as I can. A few parts just some intricate soldering. As far as what I've added, I got the 8. I got the rotary switch right there. I've already tested that out. It does work. I know that part works. And added a tone pot. All right, I figured I'd make one more video here. I went round and round after putting this circuit together. I'll tell you what, a lot of hours went into this thing. And I finally got something that I'm pretty happy about. The tone control that I had with being a rat tone control, I just couldn't get enough variation out of it, and there was a big volume push at the end of turning the potentiometer. So I said there's got to be a better way. So I have investigated into the big muff tone section, and I'm going to make a little demo of that so I can hear it and make a judgment call. Got my values in there, wrote it down, got the schematic, all that stuff, so I'm pretty happy with what I got now. Let's see, let me put this on. Still going to be noisy because, you know, it's not in the box, and if you touch anything, it just gets a little crazy. But anyway, that's on cap 1. So I'm going to turn my tone pot all the way to, and it's kind of finicky still on because it's on this breadboard now. Hopefully I can get it to give me some brightness like I was looking for. Turn the volume down. Getting late in the evening. Oops. Too much. And the thing about this tone pot is it really takes the volume. You're going to have a volume decrease. So I know I'm going to have to face maybe putting another stage in this thing, kind of like what the Big Muff does. And there it is. See, you got to wiggle the wires a bit. Very, very bright sounding. So that's again on cap 1, and that is, all the way to the left side. I'm going to bring that up, and you can hear it just really warming up now. And as I get on the other side, it adds the bass. A little bit of volume increase. I can live with that. So where would I find it very, tones that I would set it to? About right in there. Alright, so I'm going to play the same thing. I'm going to go to cap 2 now. And I did other videos with the values on those caps. So this is just getting increase in the nanofarads using a larger nanofarad. There's that brightness again. Put it about noon. Put about 2 o'clock. Introduce the bass. There's about 3. 2 So this got a wide range of tone. So that's what I like. You know, if I put it, say, at 3 o'clock, might not be 3 o'clock. It's, oh, I'm sorry, 9 o'clock. There I go again. It's about 9 o'clock, 8:30. Get that brightness. Put it about 3 o'clock, you get the warmness. A lot more versatility than what I was getting. That's pretty cool. Alright, so now I'm going to go and I'm not going to do each of these capacitors. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. This should be a real bassy capacitor. Put that back at 9 o'clock. Right? Put about 3 o'clock, 2:30, whatever. All right, so that's a pretty bassy capacitor. Let's put it on the last setting. Oh, that was the last setting. Alright, so that was the last setting. I think if I remember, that's the 560 nanofarad. And then it's the 330 nanofarad, 150, 100, all that business. I can't remember all those numbers. Anyway, put it back on about, what was that, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, put it on 4. There's 4. Again, back to the 9 o'clock. It's actually 8:30 now. Put a little warmness into it. I think I have like a mid-range kind of push to it there. You know, once I put that there, that really introduces the lows. Really responsive machine. I like it. There's my circuit board. And it looks like an actual circuit board, instead of just being a purple board wiry mess.